Yes, welcome back, everybody. Now, it's not gone unnoticed that Harry and Meghan have been moved down the official royal family website again. Oh, you hate to see it, don't you? All since the reshuffle following the death of Queen Elizabeth II. So the Sussexes were once placed under Prince William and Catherine for all of a minute, apparently, back when they were working royals. When they stepped back, they were moved halfway down the website, and now they've been moved to the very bottom, all but one. Only Prince Andrew sits beneath them. So there we go. Is it time to cut Harry and Meghan off from the royals for good? I'm joined now by Grant Harold, former butler to Prince Charles, Prince William and Prince Harry, and also Kinsey Schofield, royal commentator, joining me all the way from LA. I will start with you, Grant, if that's all right. So, should we just biff Harry and Meghan?
Hello, thank you for having me on. No, personally, I still think they're quite important to the royal family, because I think what we can't forget is he is fifth in line to the throne. And even though they're no longer working royals, I still think there's a huge advantage having them as part of the family, because the fact that they're in America, I would have thought that going forward, there's things they could do over there while they're there that could support his father, his brother, and other members of the family. And I think recent events, obviously the Queen's death, seeing the Fab Four together again, obviously shown that they were united. A lot of people have said it's a PR stunt. I don't think it was. I believe that maybe this is the opportunity for going forward to show that they are a united family. And just because they've been moved down the website, obviously because they are no longer working royals, but I still think they are there to support his father and his brother.
Kinsey, give me the view from stateside. Kinsey Schofield, their royal commentator, joining us all the way from LA. Are Meghan and Harry secretly deeply popular in La La Land?
No. The firm answer is no. But I do think that Harry and Meghan right now are proving to be a liability to the monarchy. And I think that if they do want to work their way back in, it's going to take a long time to establish trust. And they should work for that. I don't think it's as easy as we've had a death in the family, so let's just move them back in. They've done a lot of hurtful things. Specifically, I think the Oprah interview was as, detrimental to the monarchy as the death of Princess Diana. That's how horrible the feedback was for the royal family after that Oprah interview. And, I'm just talking, when I say they're a liability to the royal family, I am just addressing some of their actions since they've moved to America. That's not even including some of the horrible stories we've heard from Valentine Lowe, from his new book, Courtiers, about their way that they treat people.
Yes, OK. Well, I'll throw it back to you, Grant. Now, you obviously, you know Harry, which is a rare thing. It does crack me up a lot of the time and I'm, by the way, Kinsey, I'm not referring to you when I'm saying this. Some of the so don't worry. Some of the royal commentators, where they sit there and they go, well, if we know the Queen like I know the Queen, which is not at all, should we, but you actually really know the likes of Harry, OK? I mean, will he be gutted that he's just above Prince Andrew on the royal pecking order?
I've got to say, I've got a lot of respect for royal experts, but sometimes I do find it a little bit frustrating when sometimes, not always, because I know that a lot of them do a lot of research, but sometimes you hear something, I think, oh, that's just not true, and it's a bit difficult.
Not from Kinsey, though. Kinsey's box office.
Exactly. But as far as how Harry will feel about it, I don't think so. I mean, I think the reality is, I also agree that damage has been done. There's no question about that, and they have got to kind of do a U-turn. It's not enough. I also get it's not enough just to do one public appearance and suddenly everything's great again. I'm kind of hoping going forward that this is the start, and it's going to continue like that. And things like this book that's been obviously talked about coming out, that would just be a disaster. I mean, that would just be a no-no. And these are the things they've got to really consider going forward if they want to be part of the royal family.
Well, I think Harry's in deep trouble with this book, because it remains to be seen the exact specifics of how this publishing deal works. But if he has, or someone else has written it, and the rights of it have been signed off to a publisher, I mean, it's difficult, Kinsey, I would imagine, to think that he could really edit it. And I just wonder whether or not all his chickens are coming home to roost, or whatever the expression is now. Whether or not he thinks, actually, I have dropped the ball here, Kinsey.
That's right, Patrick. You don't want to offend the chickens, so you got to be careful with your wording.
Is that the phrase? I said it out loud and thought, hang on a minute, is that actually a phrase? But carry on.
Maybe, perhaps. But no, I think if his book is set to be out in November, it's already on the printer. And that would mean it's probably impossible for him to make changes. And, that if his book is as detrimental as we're hearing, I'm sure that the palace is bracing for how they're going to respond to that, because it will hit around the same time as The Crown, which is also season 5 is expected to be detrimental towards the royal family. And I do think that they are bracing for a lot of a negative attention come November, and Prince Harry should not be jumping on top of that and creating more chaos. This is his elderly father at this point. He just lost his grandmother, and I think that he should be trying to help Prince Charles thrust into this new reign in a positive light and direction.
OK, Grant, is there any way back for Harry? Do you think William's cut him off?
No, I think there is a way back. But again, it's down to these things like the book, going forward. This is what they can't be seen to be doing. They've got to show that they're there to support his father. They're there to support his brother and sister-in-law and family. I mean, as I keep saying, he's a senior, even though he's not a working member of the royal family, he's a senior member of the royal family. He is, at the moment, still a councillor of state, which I'm sure will change. But so he's kind of got to remember that he is a member of the royal family. And there's so much good that they could be doing. And instead of all this negativity and the kind of possible fight that's going on, they should, it's such a fantastic thing for the Queen's legacy, for this family to unite and to actually support his father, the King, and his brother, the Prince of Wales.
Good stuff. Look, thank you very, very much. Grant Harold there, former butler to Prince Charles, Prince William and Prince Harry, and also the one and only Kinsey Schofield, royal commentator, joining us all the way from LA.